thing you instinctively do, the constant apologizing, the eerie calm in a disaster, the way you shut down when someone gets too close. That's not just how you are. It's a message. It's a scar. For too long, your brain has hidden the truth. These are not quirks. They are highly refined survival mechanisms, still running long after the danger has passed. Your nervous system is stuck in an emergency loop. I'm going to reveal 9 behaviors you see as everyday normal, but are actually deep-seated trauma responses. By the time we hit number 4, you will understand the source of the profound, lifelong exhaustion you've been carrying. Let's unmask them. You apologize for existing. Sorry, can I just squeeze past? Sorry to bother you, but you find yourself saying sorry before you even articulate a need or an opinion. This isn't just politeness, it's a profound fear of taking up space, of having needs. This is the fawn trauma response, one of Dr. Pete Walker's 4 Fs: fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. It develops when a child learns that compliance and invisibility are the only pathways to safety. You became what the threat wanted you to be. Small, agreeable, and non-confrontational. Your adult brain now treats every casual interaction, from a grocery store cashier to your boss, as a potential threat, preemptively offering surrender. You are constantly dimming your light, apologizing for the sheer crime of being a human with inherent worth. Imagine the energy cost of that endless program. You are uncannily effective during a crisis. The car breaks down, a house fire, an unexpected layoff. When everyone else is panicking, you become the clear-headed, logistical machine, the one who takes control. People call you rock solid. But the terrifying reality is that your calmness is not a sign of Zen mastery. It's a symptom of a nervous system forged in the fire of sustained chaos. For you, high stress is the default setting. It's Tuesday. As Dr. Bessel van der Kolk notes, trauma survivors often have a bizarrely wide window of tolerance for extreme situations. You can handle a major catastrophe, but shatter if a friend is 5 minutes late. Why? Because you already lived through the worst-case scenario. You were forced to master survival when you were young, and that's not impressive. It's heartbreaking. You shouldn't have to be this good at surviving. You hoard resources like you're expecting a total collapse. Do you have a secret stash of money? 4 spare phone chargers? A pantry full of non-perishables you'll never eat? This isn't simple preparation. It's a terrifying, primal response called resource guarding. It's a bone-deep conviction that you will be caught without. This fear originates from a history of real scarcity, whether it was food, money, safety, or emotional consistency. Love. When you've been abandoned or deprived, your brain acts like a starved animal. The things you hoard, even the extra $20 in your shoe, are not about their value. They are symbols of control. The cruel paradox is that no amount of stockpiling can silence the true danger, the never-ending alarm system in your head. You cannot accept help without feeling you must repay them immediately with your soul. A friend buys you coffee and you immediately start calculating how to return the favor. Someone offers to help you move and you feel indebted until the end of time. This isn't true gratitude. It is a defensive reflex. In your past, help came with razor-sharp strings attached. Manipulation, guilt, demands for loyalty. Your brain was conditioned to see kindness as a Trojan horse. A gift that conceals an inevitable obligation. Therefore, you must refuse help, insist you're fine, and carry the entire burden yourself. Because if you do it all alone, you are not vulnerable, and no one can hold anything over you. The tragedy here is that genuine, unconditional kindness exists, but your nervous system is too guarded to let you see it. You are either an extreme oversharer or a complete emotional vault. There is no middle ground. You meet someone new, and within 10 minutes, they know your deepest childhood traumas and fears. This is emotional flashlighting. You are throwing your pain at people, desperately hoping someone will finally catch it and validate you. It's a sign you never learned what healthy boundaries feel like. Conversely, the vault response happens when vulnerability was weaponized against you. You've known a coworker for years, but they don't know if you have siblings. You've built an emotional Fort Knox. Both extremes are fundamentally exhausting and leave you profoundly isolated. Because real connection, the kind that heals, only happens in the vulnerable, reciprocal middle ground that your trauma has convinced you doesn't exist. You constantly test the people closest to you. This is the behavior that explains your chronic, deep exhaustion. You pick arguments, you stonewall, you push people away, all to see if they will fight to stay. This is not about being toxic. This is about being absolutely terrified. When everyone who was supposed to be a constant force in your life eventually left, your brain developed a savage quality control system. Its voice whispers, "Hurt them first before they can hurt me. Let's prove they'll abandon me just like all the others." This is the ultimate self-fulfilling prophecy, and it's your trauma's favorite game. You create impossible tests because deep down, you are convinced you are unlovable. And when they finally walk away exhausted, your trauma gets to say, "See, I told you I was right." But you weren't right. You were just scared, and you pushed away the very person who might have finally stayed. You feel profound guilt resting. Sitting down feels wrong. Relaxation triggers a surge of anxiety. Taking a day off makes you feel like a failure. You are not just a workaholic, you are running. For survivors, stillness is often the most dangerous state. When you stop moving, the thoughts catch up, the emotions surface, and the memories begin to bleed in at the edges. So, you use productivity as a coping mechanism, a drug of choice. Exhaustion becomes your proof of worth. As Dr. Gabor Mate famously asks, the question is not why the addiction, but why the pain. Your addiction is constant, frantic motion. Your pain is what is patiently waiting for you the second you stop. Rest was once unsafe, and now even when your body screams for a break, your brain screams louder. Keep moving, or you will be caught. You are deeply uncomfortable with sustained eye contact. When someone holds your gaze for a moment too long, you feel intensely exposed, naked, like they can see every single broken piece inside of your soul. This is not awkwardness. It is a visceral, gut-wrenching invasion. The eyes are the window to the soul, and when your soul has been violated, you learn to keep the curtains closed and locked. This is gaze aversion, a classic trauma response. Looking someone directly in the eye demands vulnerability and a feeling of fundamental safety. If those things were once weaponized against you, your nervous system learned to avoid this intimate connection at all costs. You are not being rude. You are simply deploying a deeply ingrained, necessary defense mechanism. Because the last time someone truly saw you, they hurt you. You don't recognize yourself in the mirror. You look at your own reflection, and a jarring thought flashes through your mind. Who is that? You feel fundamentally disconnected from your own body, as if you are a pilot controlling a separate meat suit. This is the brain's ultimate emergency ejection seat, dissociation. When reality became too painful, too overwhelming to be processed, your consciousness learned how to safely leave the scene. Dr. van der Kolk often says, "The body keeps the score." But sometimes that body feels like a crime scene you desperately want to avoid revisiting. You are not crazy. This is how you coped. This is how you survived. Your brain did exactly what it needed to do for you to live, but listen to me now. You are not in that danger anymore. And maybe, just maybe, it's finally safe to come home to yourself. If you recognize yourself in any of these 9 responses, in the constant testing, the guilt of stillness, the apology for existing, I need you to hear this truth loud and clear. You are not broken. You are a survivor. These patterns were not flaws. They were the brilliant, complex scaffolding that kept you standing. Recognizing a scar for what it is, that's not the end of the journey. It's the crucial first step toward finally, truly putting the weight down and beginning to heal. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. The first step to healing is understanding.